Ugh, finally, we're back, bro.
Yeah.
Finally, we're back.
Back in business.
We took a 2 weeks break, correct?
Yep.
We've been killing it as always. We had Sarah Villegas. We want to thank her for giving us the first interview with the new women's physique champ.
Yeah, that's great.
We had a lot of other girls on, obviously, but she was the big star. You know what I mean? It was an honor having her as the. We were our first channel she would go to, correct?
Yeah, we were the first, yeah, and we were the big one.
So we haven't talked. This is a quick little talk we're gonna do before we got some great guests on. Women's, we can just quick Olympia, Miss Olympia. What a show, bro?
Yeah. Was a great show, really. I would say, and I was surprised. Technically, very good, except for the lighting. But the stream was awesome. Thanks to Jake and the tech guys. The show was incredible. The finals, totally surprising from the prejudging, the background switching and all the stuff, and the antique Galleria from the Romance was so great. And the show and the lighting was very good.
And we had a great experience. We were allowed to, we gave a lot of great content to MD about the women's bodybuilders. You know, we wanted to promote them there a lot.
Yeah.
And we also were happy to get all the big stars on Female Bodybuilding channel. Remember in that beautiful studio that Pop Media had?
Yeah.
We had all the stars. We had Andrea Shaw. We had Monique Jones. We had Hella Trevino. We had Irene Anderson. We had Muna Persile. We had Christina Nicole Mendoza. The list goes on and on and on and on. And we're very happy that the other media outlets now are starting to cover women's bodybuilding. Have you noticed it?
Yeah, I was not surprised, but was good. So saw it, and then it was us, I think. So it started.
No, but it doesn't matter who started it. All that matters is that the girls are now getting on different platforms, you know, because they see now, first of all, they got no choice because women's bodybuilding and women's physique, just like bikini, men's physique, classic, open, 212, wellness, there's come on, bro. If you're going to have the Olympia, you got to cover every event.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So they cannot bend around it. So, and especially Miss Olympia was really back after 6 years of abandonness. And so, yeah, they have to. And I think we did a good job to promote them well. And so it was very good.
I'm still hurt that Monique Jones did not win the Rising Phoenix Most Muscular.
Yeah, as you said it often. Yeah, and
I'm still hurt. She only got 6 that deal.
Yeah, it was a little bit critique, I can say.
Have you seen the front double of Monique Jones, my friend?
Of course.
Have you seen the back lat spread and the back double by?
yeah, definitely. So
and the posing.
Yeah, and the posing, of course. Also, she was really great, and she was could say she was the biggest on stage. So
and the femininity and the beauty and all that also top notch.
Beautiful.
But still only 6th. Anyway. We're going to go to quick of the 2 biggest stories of 2020 for the women's bodybuilding.
Yep.
And a quick story, the biggest for women's physique, women's bodybuilding, the 2 biggest story. First one, obviously, Andrea Shaw absolutely killing the game in 2020, huh?
Yes. She came, won the first pro show. And then I was saying
Omaha Pro.
Omaha Pro, yeah. We saw it.
Perfect score.
Perfect score. And we did a great review. Like that. And then we both thought that Miss Olympia potential, definitely. So, and as predicted.
Well, not so fast. So when she won Omaha Pro, we were excited. It was a slam dunk. It was domination. It was so beautiful, epic, everything. But Omaha Pro wasn't a heavy stacked show.
Yeah.
Then Rising Phoenix comes along, and I was predicting her. I didn't see her. What can I say? I remember texting her this leading up and like, yeah, after Oma, this is epic, Andrea. You're in the fight to be one of the top contenders for Olympia. Let's pack on a little bit more size and maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She told me, AJ, stop trolling. I have what they need. I'm just going to bring a little bit more polished look and a little bit better condition, and I'll have a good chance of taking it. Yeah. Me as old school women's bodybuilding, we like the tremendous size, correct?
Yeah.
I believed her, but we know Margie and we know Monique and we know Helle, correct?
Yeah.
What was your opinion after Omaha? Because she was fighting to win Rising and everything in her mind. Were you thinking adding a little bit more size or just come in more polished and conditioned? And what was your opinion?
In my opinion, she was on the right way because she was in Omaha. She was one of the most, you can say, impressive physiques, and she had already had the size. You can compare it in Omaha, and so we thought, what's coming up next? And so, but she topped it on Rising Phoenix. Yeah, not tremendously, but she topped it. She really topped it, and there was. Oh, great.
Well, we were still confused with the judging in Rising, though.
Yeah.
We got to say that because we had no idea what the F was going on, correct?
Yeah, because so many great girls on stage, ladies on stage. And yeah.
No, but you've forgotten that they had Monique and Helle in the middle the whole time.
Yeah.
And they had Alicia, and all of a sudden they started comparing Helle and Nikki Chartrand, bro.
Yeah, it was very confusing, but we already discussed it. Was quite a new judging panel, you can say, in quote marks, and well, we discussed it already, and it was but it was not wrong. So
no, it wasn't wrong. It was just, and then we come to the Olympia, and there you could see clearly, in my opinion at least. This is the best women's bodybuilder in 20. Did you see the roundness, the 3D look, the conditioning? Yeah. I know you don't judge a smile, but my God, have you seen? Yeah. JB, that's if you ever get a daughter, that's how you want your daughter's smile to be, correct?
Yeah, definitely. So
just
oh my God. It was so surprised that no sign of shreddedness or something, or to be in performance. It was just natural and it was very
The only problem I had with that is the Olympia, her performance. You know what it was?
Tell me.
I regret. I don't think she did it because of me, but I remember texting her and like, Andrea, you got to do something else than whatever it takes, you know, because you done it. Yeah. But she should have done the whatever it takes because that's her song, bro. Whatever it takes. Take it to the top. From figure to double to women's bodybuilding, Olympia and Rising champ in what, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
If this is not, she should have done whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Because that's her song, you know. One. Oh, I love Andrea Shaw and whatever it takes, you know. When she comes out and because you know that's her song, eh?
Yeah, and just sung it all the time last year.
Yeah, all the time in our Instagram stories, you know. We post it. Yeah. We have her. Oh, what a fantastic look, modern look, you know, and 3D muscle bellies, like look like Phil Heath 2011, bro.
Yeah, reminded me. Yeah.
Well, obviously, you know what I mean. Yeah, but anyway, and it was an interesting article about, was it Chris Klein? His name is Chris Klein. Do you know him?
No, not really.
The Wings of Strength have some guy writing, Rising Phoenix, writing for them. Hans Klein?
Hans Klein, yeah. Hans Klein, I know him, yeah.
Who is he? Because is he German or?
No, has a German name. But he's writing. I saw several articles throughout the years now from Hans Klein, I think he was also a writer and camera artist, an FT video
Yeah.
years before. So he digged him out, and they digged him out, and I think he wrote articles on not on MD, and on Flex magazine also. Years ago.
I want to write for Flex magazine, bro. I think I might have an offer. We want to start promoting women's bodybuilding. Oh yeah, all over the place, correct?
Yeah, and
yes.
hope it will happen.
Let's hope so. No, because man, what a ride we've done. Well, anyway, we're not finished. Anyway, the other story. So she was our women's bodybuilder, most epic story of 2020, correct?
Yeah.
Not even a discussion. There's no one even close, because you cannot. It's like winning for the guys. It's like Brandon Curry in 2019 when you win the Arnold Classic, and the Olympia in the same year, bro.
The hat trick.
That's like rising in Olympia, Yeah. It's the only thing. This was I know you can't say it's more special than what Brandon did, but since it was the return of the women's Olympia, it was for. Obviously, we don't have the same following as the men, of course, but I'm saying for the true women bodybuilding fans, this was a moment we will never forget, correct?
Yeah, and especially it was the return of Miss Olympia. So she is the first after the break, and what can be better?
Then our second story, biggest story to me, to us, it's the totally shock of Iris Kyle not competing.
Not competing, yeah.
I did not see her at the press conference. That's when I started getting worried. I said, how can you have not Iris Kyle at the press conference? I said, what was going on?
Yeah. I was really a bit confused because I thought that the press conference was in two parts or something, that one athlete came in and but that was the coverage. But I searched for Iris. I saw Helle Trevino in the public. I saw all the Margie. I saw in the.
And we didn't see Andrea at the press conference, didn't we?
No, not either. So
crazy. But anyway, Iris Kyle. We didn't see her. That was, I guess, a little bit okay. Yeah. Then we heard some rumblings from other coaches. We're not going to mention name that. Yeah. She was a little bit. What can I say? There was some rumblings that she was not. She was not going to do it or not, but we did see her with Jake Wood in pictures,
Yeah, she was at the conference at the athletes meeting. She was there. She made the photos with Jake, and then we saw she will be on stage, and then
prejudging come. Imagine this. Imagine this, Phil Heath. He stole the show leading up to this Olympia, correct? Everyone was talking about Phil Heath. Yeah. Can you imagine? And Iris is the level of Phil Heath, but a woman. You know what I mean? 11 and 7. You know what I mean? No, 10. I mean, sorry.
10 times.
Can you imagine Phil Heath not showing up on Friday and there's no interviews being done? There's really no explanation other than some Instagram post that didn't really tell anything.
Yeah.
And no one's even talking about it. Bro.
It would be crazy. I think if Phil Heath did that, everyone was speculating thousands of YouTube clips coming on, Twitter will be full, but
But here, nothing. It was just, well, she's not doing it, and then the next,
nothing was. So it was quite shocking to me because everybody waited for the 11th attempt for Iris Kyle for Olympia, and then not even the smallest ones, or what we did, but not even the guys, not even them, not even shit talk, not even normal talk, not even questioning, just
nothing.
Just some questions on below Instagram posts, and not much was.
Okay. So JB, what's going on? What's going on in the hood? What's because we don't know what happened.
No, not really. The first thing I was this year. She came with a post. She said she had to drop out because she was ill before the prejudging, and yeah, nothing but
Well,
that article. And yeah, we said officially and personally, we say on Instagram, speedy recovery from the heart, of course. But yeah, then was silence.
okay, guys, let's go have some quick. This is not planned, as they say in the hood. Women's physique. Give us 2 athletes that stole your heart at the Olympia. Women's physique.
Women's physique. Really?
Yeah, this is not bikini, bro. The way you have to think about it, it's like I'm asking you who's the best bikini girl in the world. Stop trolling. So who stole your heart at the Women's Physique Olympia in 2020 in Orlando?
Yeah, from my perspective, I saw Valentina Mishina. And
Why?
She was big.
You just like the size. You have no idea what you're looking at. You just like size. So what's the other one then?
And what I saw was Evie Rain. Evie Rain was so impressed.
So for me,
crazy.
For me, obviously, it was the winners. Of course, Sarah, of course. But the other, bro, Ivy Rain, bro. Ooh.
Yeah.
Have you seen the back development, bro?
Yeah, like I mentioned. Yeah.
The delts, the beautiful routine, the beautiful face, the Hollywood smile. Her husband, her coach from Brazil, very good man. Stage present off the chart. Ivy Rain, bro.
Yeah.
And the other one is, although I'd like to see Ivy 4th and Barbara in 5th, but Barbara, wow.
That's very impressive. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And she made it even faster than Andrea, because from Spain, from amateur level straight to the Olympia.
You got to check that, bro. She used to be IBB Pro and she gave up her pro card. Okay, so it's just stop it now. But you know what I mean?
Elite Pro.
Oh, we don't delete, censor, delete. Anyway, we don't like that, no. But anyway, Barbara, coming out. Well, obviously we know her, but could you imagine that she would have beaten Anne Moon, bro?
No.
Because they competed together at Spain, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It was Anne Moon domination.
Yeah.
And Anne Moon, she only placed 8th.
Yeah, I was shocked, really. Rachel
Daniels got 7th, who we predicted in the top 10 maybe, but we weren't sure because, a new girl, and she had a lot of Instagram hype, and that's great, but we weren't sure if because there's a lot of great seasoned veterans in women's physique. So we weren't sure. We had her in the top 10, but we didn't expect her to beat Anne Moon, who was dominating,
Yeah, well, sure.
And Valentina Mishina. Well, we know there was some problem with leading up, and you know what I mean. But Rachel Daniels, Rachel Daniels, she killed it, didn't she?
Yeah. I think that the shreddiness and the condition was good. So
yes,
was definitely.
And she has the it factor, the cool tattoos and the presence on stage and the swag and conditioning and beautiful, and she's a star, huh?
Definitely.
Who is, before we go, today we have Oana Marinescu.
Yeah.
That you saw in Spain on.
Yeah.
And I saw her in Romania live. Great conditioning. That's what we like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although we prefer size, of course, but we also like the pure conditioning, correct?
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a natural talent. Definitely.
She's going to come on this show later. And then we have a special treat for the fans of women's bodybuilding and women's physique, correct?
Yeah. The new star we have.
What's the name?
Angela Yao. No, sorry. Yo. She said yo. Yeah.
We are taking credit for everything she's going to happen in the future. She's on female bodybuilding first, correct?
Definitely. She will be, and she promised us, and we have a fan in the stars, it's really great. Yeah.
We can smell a star when we smell one, can't we?
Yeah, we do.
We can see a star when we see one, correct?
Yeah. And she will be.
Yes. Last thing before we go, JB, we are praying. You don't believe in God, but I am. We are praying that COVID is going to end soon, correct?
Yeah, we will hope it. And yeah,
we want to travel, correct?
Yeah, and the season has to be starting. And
we need to see some thongs.
Yes, and we have to smell the protan, and
we have to smell the spray tan, isn't it? The protan or Jantana or whatever it's called.
Protan.
We need to smell it, correct?
Yeah.
You want to see some shredded glutes?
Yeah, definitely, and some size.
Before we go into interviews, who is your 2 women's bodybuilder to watch out for? Now, let me JB, this is not scripted. Let me test you. And don't say Andrea Shaw and Monique Jones and hell. Get a little bit more creative now, huh? Give me 2 stars to watch out for who's going to do something crazy in 2020 that people may not predict.
I have the feeling that one of the coaches...
One from Europe and one from America.
Okay, one from America. I would predict from Europe, biggest star on women's bodybuilding.
And go for another American, because I got 2 Americans, because America is big. So give me another American. Mikaela Kekok and
we have later on Angela Yao. Yo, definitely.
Okay. My 2, before we go to Europe, my 2 Americans are Asha Adley. Mm-hmm. She's going to do something big. She's going to improve, and she's going to win pro shows, and she's going to finish really high at the Rising in Olymp. Bro, I can smell it with Asha Adley, bro. There's something about her that we enjoy. When she comes out with that power, the delts and the clean skin, thin skin, and the beautiful skin color, and you know what I mean? Bro, this is like an athlete, you know what I mean? Like a real top-notch athlete coming out. So I think she will improve. And the other one is Rashana Boswell, bro. This is going to be the year.
So I can only agree.
She got 9th at the 10th at the Olympia.
Yeah.
She beat all the girls, that beat her. And she's seen her on Instagram. She's going to pack on a little bit more size now and refine the physique and get more confident. And
she's on track. Definitely.
Yeah. In Europe, who do you have? And this is a little bit trickier because there's not much going on in Europe women's bodybuilding. That's not right to say. That's not. I take that back. But it's not as many, you could say. It's like 1 or 2 in each country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in Europe is the problem that the athletes are hiding their progress, only, especially on social media, because it's like a tradition in Europe to hide results and so on.
So who do you have?
I wish.
Who do you wish?
Natalia Kuznetsova is coming back.
But that's always so. Yeah. Someone else. We know that. Bro. Each year we JB. There's no. Let the record be shown. Is there anyone else? It doesn't matter. We really enjoy Natalia Kuznetsova, correct?
Yes. Another one. Also from Eastern Europe is. I wish that Oana Marinescu is getting her chance to get a better score. Oana Marinescu from Romania. Oana, the big Oana, you can say.
Okay, I enjoy. There's many, but
tell me.
We got to see her first. What's the girl we just had on? The Lee Priest. The Lee Priest.
Ah, you mean Alexandra? Or do you mean no,
No,
sorry.
not Alexandra.
You mean
The lead priest.
Anastasia?
We have to see her first.
Yeah.
But I really believe Korbaleva's going to do something, bro.
Yeah, she promised.
She promised us, bro. And she has the best size, bro.
Yeah.
We're going to put on a little sprinkle, a little bit extra makeup, you know, a little bit magic. You know what I mean?
When we will on the contest, we say
we're gonna sprinkle a little bit more tan.
Yeah.
We're gonna make her shredded this time.
Yeah.
And bring the fullness and the size. And upper body's gonna explode so they match the legs.
Yeah.
We're gonna put on a new posing routine, correct?
Yeah.
The Barbie girl thing is over now. We need something new, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
And then we're gonna start dominating in Europe, huh?
Yeah. She will be what we can say. She will be the rising star in Europe.
Women's physique superstar, almost we can say now, Oana Marinescu. Did you see the reaction you gave? Why did you do that? Why did you do it like that? So Oana, first JB met you. Well, he saw you in Spain competing in 2020. JB, what do you think about Oana when you saw her live in Spain? When she got robbed, by the way, with the placing we did not like.
I won't say so, but
well, sometimes I thought it was a little bit surprising because I had you higher, and but the placings in Spain, you know, we discussed it before. It was sometimes a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, but your shape was awesome, so I had you higher, and yeah. Afterwards, it's always,
So I saw you there. I was really impressed. I was watching the stream. I asked JB, "Who's this girl? Who's this girl?" He said, "Yeah, she's from Romania, and she's a women's physique athlete and blah blah blah." And then I saw you in Romania.
yes.
And before leading into Romania, there was a big. How many girls were doing the women's physique? Can you remember in Romania?
Not sure, because usually I don't look for that.
Okay, so we predicted you to place a lot higher in Romania because based off your Spain showing, and then you came into Romania in November with crazy conditioning, and you got a close second place to Carol Alves, correct?
Yes.
So we wanted to know more about you, Oana. Can you tell the people a little bit more about your background, how long you've been competing, where you're from, and how you got involved into bodybuilding?
Well, I'm from Romania, now everybody knows, and I've started this sport just to lose some weight. Then it became my therapy. Yeah, and once I've got to know exactly this world, it became an addiction. I'm competing for 5 years. I started with bikini. I just wanted to see the stage.
You started with bikini?
Yes.
Wow.
Just posted today a transformation for my 5 years of competing.
I saw it on your Instagram, correct?
Yeah. And then I got hooked into this world, and I wanted to know the real feeling and to show my passion and my work, not only my,
Not just modeling. You wanted to show some proper condition and size. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I'm professional for 2 years. And now I'm hooked for more. I want more.
Where did you get your pro card?
Two bros in UK.
Okay.
On my birthday.
Wow.
2018.
Wow. When did you start? Because we talked on the plane. I was surprised when you told me your age. You look a lot younger. But when did you start with bikini? What age were you?
I was 36 when I competed first. Now I will be 42 soon.
And when you did bikini, how much weight did you drop to do bikini, the first show? Because you said you did it to lose weight.
Yeah, I dropped 13 kilos in 2 weeks to step on that stage.
Wow. In 2 weeks?
Yes, I had to choose between losing some kilos to do bikini and gain some muscles to do the figure. But in that time was impossible to gain, especially as natural athlete.
Yeah. So now you got second place in Romania. Then,
and as I saw, I already have 6 points for Olympia qualifications. And seeing my name on that list, it's already huge for me.
has it motivated you? Because did you watch the Women's Physique Olympia this year? Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
Can you give me your opinion on Women's Physique Olympia this year?
Well, to be honest, I do have my favorites, but I cannot give an opinion about placings.
Okay, so who was your two favorite physiques there?
Okay, Natalia Coelho. I really am impressed about her, proportions and everything. And I was impressed about Shanique's decision of quitting competing, but yeah.
Did you see Sarah Willigas? Did you have her winning or?
I was sure she will win, but to be honest, I still like Coelho more.
Okay. Oh, you had Natalia, the third place finisher, higher. Yeah, she has a very beautiful feminine package, Natalia Coelho. And
I do love that, and I hope somehow that girls will keep this, because we are actually giving the judges what to choose. If we are going to extreme, also more to bodybuilding, they will choose what we show. But I do prefer the more feminine, more, yeah.
So is this something you want to keep for yourself? You're not willing to, what can we say? You want to look like a women's physique girl and not a women's bodybuilder. Is this correct?
I do want to look like me, Actually, my passion is lifting. My passion is bodybuilding, not competing. And if I do go on a stage, I go there to show my physique, not to beat other physiques.
Okay, yeah.
So I do it as I would like to be. Okay, I do know the judges' feedback, but I'm not relying on it only, I do as I like, as I would like to be, and if I'm winning, okay, if no.
So now you're on the points now. Who's your coach, by the way? Who is prepping you, by the way?
Michaela Aycock.
Okay, yes, from America. She's switched over to women's bodybuilding now, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So what's the plan now? You have 6 points. There's really no shows until June, I would say.
July, I think, in Europe.
July we have in Spain, correct?
First one might be in Portugal Pro.
Okay. When is the date?
That is the July 18th, I think. Not sure if, And then we have the Alicante, the NPC European. There was a show also in April, also in June in Spain, but not sure they will be on.
No,
No, I don't think
be. So, are you prepping for the Portugals? That's Jorge. What is the Jorge? Can you remember the promoter's name? Jorge. I was in Portugal and met him. Is it very Jose? Correct? Jose? Wow? Or
I don't know.
Okay, JB. Do you remember him? Jose, the promoter of the Portugal show.
Wow.
What? Yeah, with the Ronnie Coleman pants, huh?
Anyway, I know that Emilio Martinez is adverting for it. Is making a lobby for it.
Yeah. Are you gonna prep? Are you gonna prep? Is that the goal now, to prep for the Portugal show?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. When are you starting your prep then?
Well, the prep started already after Romania.
What? What do you mean the prep already started? What do you mean?
Well, every day we are going towards a plan, a goal. But if you mean dieting and, cutting into the show,
Yeah.
Michaela knows better.
Okay. So for you, it's you start right after the show with the plan. Like what are you going to do? What do you mean? It's what you're saying.
This time after Romania was the first off season I had controlled.
Oh,
And,
good.
Yeah. So
Are you?
I'm reversing diet and dimming the cardio.
What is the improvements you want to do to your physique from last year to Portugal? Because your conditioning was crazy. So what
Yes.
improvements do you want to show?
First of all, to beat my conditioning, and second of all, I need a bit of mass on my upper body, or at least this is what the feedback. This is the feedback I've got from the judges.
Okay. What have you done to try to get a little bit extra size for you? Because you said this is your first controlled off season in a while. What have you done to try to get extra mass on your upper body?
Well, until now, to be honest, I only trained how I felt. And now Michaela also helps me with a workout routine and to improve the shoulders, first of all.
Okay.
And to try to improve my X-frame because of my waistline.
Yeah.
These are the main goals, and training accordingly.
Well, Oana, we are excited because we saw you both live. So we just thought you really stood out. Also, when we took the flight home from, was it Romania? I was, because you live in where do you live?
I live in Spain for 2 years.
You live in Spain from 2 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I loved your energy, and it was great seeing you on stage, but you also are very, what can we say, a funny person to be around. So
Thank you.
when we started back again, we want to see how you were feeling and how you were going. What's your plans for 2021? Where can people reach you if they want to follow your journey more?
My journey most is on Instagram. On Facebook is more like personal life, but Instagram is the page of my passion.
Okay. JB, you want to say something to Oana before we go? You've been quiet over there.
Yeah, sorry for the techniques. Thank you very much, Oana, for coming in. This was very nice of you, and was a little bit short. So, shorthand. I wish you very good luck for the preparation. Say greetings to Michaela. And yeah, thank you very much. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you, Oana. And we will be going. Well, first of all, when will COVID end in Europe? Give us a date, Oana. Predict something now. Predict something.
No, I don't want to talk about this subject. It's passing by. No.
Okay, I hope by April we can travel freely in Europe. So
Hopefully. I hope I can travel freely to US.
That's another thing, Oana.
Yeah.
For European athletes, especially women's physique, JB over there, it's a little bit sad, but when you do things in Europe, the judges don't really care that much. So
well,
it's important to do things in America.
This year we only have 3 shows, so quite complicated if I want to gain points, but we go for the win.
We go for the win, don't we? We're going for the win, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you very much. And we'll be following you on your Instagram. And we can't wait to see you because we're going to Portugal and we're going to Spain this year. So we hope we're going to see you live. Yeah.
You will for sure.
Thank you.
Won't let you down. See you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Welcome everyone back to the Female Bodybuilding channel. And today we got someone really, 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 really special We got the talk of the town. We got Angela Yo. Is that correct?
Yes.
In the building.
Yes.
Women's physique nationals overall champion, correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. We saw we saw you. You know, the Americans women's physique amateur scene is not as, what can we say? It's big, but it's not, we don't know which each athlete, it's not like in the back in the day, you know what I mean? When you know every athlete, but you really, we got so many DMs. Who is this girl? Who is this girl? We love her look. We love the size. We love the conditioning. We love the posing. We love the hair. We love the makeup. We love the swag.
You. Oh man. People are saying good nice things about me. That's excellent.
Yeah. So we want to know, who are you? Introduce yourself to the female bodybuilding audience.
All right. I'm Angie Yo. I'm 36. The NPC Nationals was my fourth NPC show. I am an IFBB pro now. I've been on the Arnold stage. So I've done a few big shows. I'm also a power lifter. I mean, I'm a lifetime athlete. This is the thing that I do with my whole heart and soul. I got interested, I'm going on 15 years. Wow. So I'd say this is my 12th year of doing it seriously.
Wow.
I've been doing, my first competition was in 2013, and I won my first show and started flying to California, flying across the country to compete. So this is maybe my 20th competition if you count my powerlifting as well. So I've spent 5 years in women's physique, and I have just absolutely loved it. And oh gosh, I don't know where to take it.
Can we go back to the powerlifting? Walk us through that. How did that start?
Oh, let's see. That was when I took my very first break from competition. I just love the work. That is really, I'm not actually very competitive. I love bodybuilding. I love the growth. I love the process. I trained by myself in the back room of my house for 6 years before I ever stepped foot in a gym that actually was, a real gym. So I've done all of this pretty much by myself. But the powerlifting came the first time. I was like, well, I need a grow season. And I looked stronger than I was, and it was that dissonance where I looked strong, but I wasn't, and it really messed with me. So I'm like, I need to be as strong as I look. And I've really come a long way with that, especially in the last 2 years, finding a great home powerlifting gym at Main Street Barbell. They really helped me develop the physique that you see today. So without
is there anyone mentoring you in that gym?
Oh gosh, if you walk in to Main Street, you will get 10 mentors kicking your ass.
Good. Yeah, so, good.
I would have to say, I found a lot of help there. A lot of people willing to help me spot me, tweak my form, really let me push myself as hard as I possibly could, because they were going to be there to catch me if I failed. So it was now you really need to run as hard as you can, lift as much as you can, because you have a team that's expecting you to, and it was life-changing. It changed everything. I took the last 2 years off. I started in 16 with the powerlifting, and then, I trained concurrently bodybuilding, powerlifting, but the last 2 years was basically going under the basement and just working for about 2 years to make what you see now.
I'm a little bit worried because women's physique class is such an epic class at the moment. We got so many stars, and we don't want to see you hurt. Power. We don't want to see you hurt now. Have you proven your point now, or are you gonna? Because we don't want to say no tears or muscle injuries now. So
no. Well, I've got a pretty good track record. I lift with people that are going to keep me safe.
Okay.
You do the best that you can, but when you feel called to do something, it's just like any other bodybuilding movement. It has to be high reps. It has to be heavy weight. So if the risk is 50-50, you've got to do what is driving you to do it. And I wouldn't be in this shape without it. So
women's physique, you were at the Olympia. We follow women's physique closely, and the growth the last, I would say, year and a half, 2 years has been incredible. Now we see the conditioning is it's crazy conditioning. We got athletes from all over the world now. It's not just tons of respect to Daniel Lynn Bailey and Juliana, but it has like men's physique. It has evolved like tremendously now. Your winning look is obviously a pro winning look already. You know what I mean? Women's physique Olympia. We saw girls like Barbara Minaj getting fourth as in her first show as a pro. We saw Natalia Coelho, only 23 years old, getting third.
Yeah.
We saw tons of great athletes. What's your opinion of women's physique Olympia? Because you were there.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even tell. I have nothing but positive things to say because it was my first Olympia, and I was actually going to compete at the Olympia. This year had so much in store for me as far as surprises and things turning out completely differently. I was never supposed to be at nationals. I was supposed to be at the Chicago Pro, and then on the Amateur Olympia stage. So ending up going to the Olympia as a professional athlete just to be in the audience to watch, I was breaking a lung for every single woman that touched her toe on that stage. I was just elated to be there. And when you see this in real life, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Just don't understand if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen these women and how they really look. Like, it's just living art. I have nothing but good things to say about them. I mean, I love a little bit of size rather than lean. I put on 20 pounds of stage weight and it completely changed how my look has developed. So I like a little bit more size. But really with women's physique, it is absolutely that leanness, that striation, the cut. No matter what anybody says, it is one of the hardest divisions because it's just so difficult to achieve that level of balance and hold it to the stage.
JB, that's why we got extra excited with Angie, because we prefer the size, of course, because we're women's bodybuilding, first, and then we women. Well, we can't say it like that, but you know what I mean. You are like what we call in-betweener. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But before we go to that, who inspired you the most? Give us three physiques at the women's physique that got you. They all are great, but which look did you enjoy the most live?
Oh my gosh. That's super putting me on point. Gosh, I'm so horrible with names. If I had written this all down, I would have been prepared. There were a few girls that I had been watching all the way from the Arnold to compete, and a few girls on Instagram. The girl Sarah that won, right?
Sarah Villagos, yeah, great.
I had been watching her for quite some time. Like the way her back looks from her hamstrings to her shoulders, I just had a feeling about her. I just and to see her just win the way that she did was amazing. So the sport itself encourages me, but I have to say that I don't really look to other women for inspiration because something about it tells me that if I'm like, oh, I want to look like that, then I'm only going to go that far. And I just want I'm in this tribe of women that are doing something crazy with the sport, but it's like I still just kind of keep it to I find the best in myself to keep developing that, and I try not to say I want to look like that.
No. So what about the women's bodybuilding? Did you see it?
Oh my gosh, that was...
Yeah, you see the reaction, JB. You see the reaction when we talk about women's bodybuilding. We all get excited.
My competitive life, my athletic life, was seeing women's bodybuilding come back to the stage, and I was like, I'm going to be at the Olympia. I'm going to compete at the Olympia, and the women's bodybuilding is going to come back to the Olympia. It's going to be the year, but I still got to see them. I still got to see them step on that stage, and it was just the emotion in the room was palpable. I like I said, breaking a lung, just unbelievable because I didn't really know, the names.
Okay.
Just like being able to be there in person and seeing them all, and potentially seeing myself one day in that division, just it's changed everything for me. And I knew going in that if I could see it on stage, that it would just charge that thing in me that I needed.
we can see it in your traps in your neck now that you want to do women's bodybuilding in 2-3 years, correct?
Maybe sooner than that.
Maybe sooner. Maybe sooner. Maybe just do the job.
So,
have you thought about just doing women's bodybuilding right away? Because you're a pro now. You can compete wherever you want.
I didn't know that, and now I know. Like, I don't. It's gonna piss some people off, but I don't really know the rules. I just do what I want to do, go where I want to go, and I compete with what I bring. And I'm like kind of learning the rules as I go, and I'm like, oh shit, I can get on stage. I could do women's bodybuilding, and it wasn't until I had met Isabel Terrell, and she just walked up to me and saw something in me. It was the most amazing conversation I've ever had with somebody, and she saw me as women's bodybuilding, and that one moment, that one person saying that she's like, no, you're bodybuilding.
Yes,
just
of course.
Directly, it just changed something in me, and I'm like, oh my God, the women that I've been looking up to my whole life, I could be there.
How much did you weigh at women's physique? How tall are you? How much did you weigh on stage? Do you weigh yourself or?
5'1.5", and I'm 135 for stage.
Okay, 5'1", 130. Okay, because a fun fact, this year that was just in women's bodybuilding. Every girl in every show, other than 1 or 2 shows, were women's physique girls winning women's bodybuilding shows. Did you know that?
So you're saying I have a chance?
So yeah, because all the girls like Asha Adley, do you know her?
I know the names. Yeah,
she was women's physique. Mayla women's physique. Rashana Boswell was women's physique. Andrea Shaw was former women's physique. Margarita Sabalova women's physique.
Yeah, I only want to get bigger. Like I knew from the beginning of my journey. I mean, I started another division. I outgrew that. I've come into this. Like I said, I've been in physique for 5 years. I have 3 pro cards in women's physique now, topping with my IFBB pro status. So it's like, I don't know. Like I usually don't tell people what I'm up to, but man, this is like swimming around in my brain. Like I know that at some point, I mean, like I only want to get bigger.
So what you want to do? Are you doing women's bodybuilding or are you doing women's physique your first show in 2021, whenever that is? Because we don't know anything right now. So what is your plan?
Like, gosh, it might be bodybuilding. I just get this feeling, like I don't know, like it's. I've put my heart and soul into women's physique, and I feel like maybe I have run it through to its natural conclusion, and there's something else that's waiting for me. There's something more for me to do. It took me my whole life to get here to this size and this shape and this level of competitive accomplishment. So I could do anything I want.
May I ask who's your coach?
I work with Terry McBee from Team Hardbody, and she's been my coach since 2014.
Good. Okay. Good. So she got you here. So it's better to stick with. I see you have a Wings of Strength singlet there. What's going on? Are you an ambassador or?
I got this at the Olympia, and it was just important to me to get one souvenir. Yep. From that competition that was like women's bodybuilding is here. Yeah. Like we are the show. Like this is just the beginning, and like I picked it up and I'm like, this means something to me. It's just it's a symbol of how much it drives me.
Yeah.
No, not a ambassador or anything yet, but I could check on that.
Two advice to you. First, JB, we are women bodybuilders. Well, that would be we women bodybuilding supporters. You will make a very ugly girl, JB, but you know what I mean. The point is, I'm saying you seen them all, JB. You talk to them all. When you talk to her, you feel women's bodybuilding spirit in her, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. We had a small conversation over the text messaging and also on social media. You can say the attitude is there. So 2021 is probably a year in women's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying, because me and JB, we recognize women bodybuilders. We can see them right away, correct, JB?
I trust your judgment, so I'm over my seat. Like, what do you think?
Yeah. So the other one is to call Isabel Turel or Alina Popa or Mr. Jake Wood and just Alina Popo probably first, and reach out because they always help the girls that want to do women's bodybuilding, and
I need to learn some things. Yes.
and they will but they will guide you what show, what you need to improve on a little bit.
Wow, that'd be amazing. I do so much on my own. It would be great to have some kind of, advice.
And last thing, we saw some. I've checked your Instagram, and I am what can you say? I'm a soft guy. I'm an R&B boy band and Tupac guy. I saw some crazy church blood, crazy images. What's that about?
Yes. There's just a beautiful dark side to what we do in this sport, and I'm just like, that's my aesthetic. Like, you have to harness that side of you to make some of this stuff happen. And it's just the art and the savagery and just dark, and like you just can't look away. Like, I hid from the camera like my whole career. And then this past year, I finally was like, I have come far enough. I'm not going to say no to these offers. I'm going to make some fucking art. This is what I've always wanted to do. So I'm just now kind of starting to be able to show what I've been wanting to do this whole time. So I've worked with five photographers in the last year, and I'm super proud of that. Just with it, just being so nervous to do it at all. But that's like, when you see some of those photos, you see a side of me that you're like, okay, I know who she is now, So it's like my communication.
Is there web? Where can people? Because I know your Instagram, but you have something else. Do you have a website, or do you have like for this alternative? What type of music? JB, you're into this. What type of is this? Like what's it called? Heavy rock music type thing, or what? What's this all about? Because I know nothing about this world. Is it like, it's this, JB? It's that rock thing, JB, correct?
Yeah, just want to ask you, Angela, are you into metal music or something? Or what? Hard rock?
I would say like more of like a gothic industrial style. Like, we listen to a lot of metal, like at the powerlifting gym, so that's awesome. But more of like a gothic industrial.
Cool. So you like Fear Factory or?
Yes.
Yeah.
that would explain a lot.
Yeah. Cool.
Now that's why we also ask, because we see, obviously everybody's different, but the girls that have their own personality, like like Dana Lynn Bailey when she was there. Even now, what's her name? Rachel Daniels. She has her own thing. Even though you have your own thing,
you have to have that uniqueness. And I think that's what I really am trying to express, is like that uniqueness is like my prized possession. Like, having to just be yourself. Just be yourself. Like don't try to fit in. Like, I mean, when I started all this, like, I was absolutely not going to fit into what I saw in the magazines. Things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
Like when you would see like 5% nutrition, and like they really ushered in like a wave of freaks.
Are you sponsored?
Oh, not at all.
Because I was
my sponsor. Yes.
What? Are you sponsored?
Vandala Costumes sponsors my suits. But other than that, no supplements, no.
Because I was pitching already now, if the late great Rich Piana was here. Could you imagine the video, JB? Yeah. Can you imagine Rich Piana and her doing the 12-hour arm workout? Yeah. Because you have the rich. No, you don't have the Rich Piana look. But you have the 5% nutrition. They have the only girl they have right now is Natalia Masonka, and she's all the way in Russia, and she doesn't speak English. So we need someone. We need someone in America also to represent. But let's see. Okay, where can people follow you, Angie?
Well, hopefully you'll have my Instagram.
Yes.
IFBB_pro_yo YEO. My website is www.proyeo.com, PROYEO.com. And you can find all the links pretty much through my Instagram or through that. I mean, and you can also check on my website. It has a list of every competition I've ever done and where I placed. So I mean, there's like a track record on there. If you're ever like, man, I I think I saw her compete here, or I was with her on that stage, you can go back and find it. So that's pretty cool.
Well, the women's bodybuilding scene, the average age there is like 38 to 45. So you're still young. Right. You're still young in the game. We can't wait.
I'm driven though.
What?
I'm driven though.
You're driven, yeah. Yeah, we can tell. We can. JB, can you feel it?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Can you feel it? Yes. Well, we can't wait to see you. Let's have an update with you when you chosen the show.
I would love that. I will be in touch with you guys for sure.
Great. And since you're wearing, we can see some. Can you give us a front double to take us out? Can you take it out with a front, JB? Okay. Well, she's got. Oh, wow! You're in great shape now.
It's taking a lot of calories for me to put on any weight. Like I'm up around 3,000 now, and my glutes are still striated from the show.
Wow! How many calories are you now?
Like 3,000. So we'll go up to 35 next.
And the glutes are in and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I've taken some things out, and I think I just need to stop doing as many workouts as I was.
Great. More food and more rest, and you're growing, yeah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you, JB.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed these interviews, and we will be back next week, won't we?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And we just want to thank every subscriber we have. We are not sponsored, guys. If anyone knows anyone who want to sponsor us, anyone watching, anyone, give us a DM. We'll talk business. Yeah. Thanks for everyone watching, and we feel really happy to promote women's bodybuilding all over the world, don't we, JB?
Yeah, we are so glad and blessed that we can do it.
Yeah,
and very thankful, and we'll keep going on. Thank you very much.
Subscribe, press the button, and JB, we are
out.
Oh yeah.